Hey everybody, it's your favorite girl on the rocks, of course. We are here in the studio for another episode of Season 4 Feed the DJ podcast. You know that I wanted to do our quick shout outs before we start this episode. We have the one, the only Indulge NYC with us here in the building so that we can feed our DJs. Today's lovely flavor is pumpkin crumb cake cookies. And honestly, they're more of like muffin tops. They're like little mini pound cakes. They're so good. You guys know I had to sneak one before we got on camera, but so delicious. Big shout out to Maddie. She always takes care of us with something special every episode. So make sure you guys go follow Indulge NYC today. All of your holiday events are coming up, and you're going to want to have some sweet treats to feed your guests. So make sure you guys go out and book Maddie ASAP. Do not walk, run to your DMs and send her a message as soon as you can. All right. And just like every other episode of this season, I'm not done talking about this. Have you downloaded the Hub 17 NYC app? You haven't? Okay. Now pause. Go do that. Come back so I can finish. Okay, great. You're back. Wonderful. So now that you have the Hub 17 app, you now have access to our podcast network and live footage of our events that we do right here in the heart of Staten Island. You can check them out on your phone, your TV, or any of your other mobile devices. So the excuses are getting less and less around here, you guys. So make sure you guys head over to the App Store. It is free to download, and you can check out this episode anywhere. Without further ado, we are about to get into this episode with RHETLAW. You don't want to miss it. We're going to talk about music, DJing, production, and a little bit of everything in between. This interview starts now. What's up, you guys? It's Girl on the Rocks. Let's jump right into this interview. Today, we are joined by DJ, producer, host, musician, everything under the sun when it comes to music and entertainment. We have RHETLAW here with us, who electrifies the dance floor with his unique blend of soulful melodies and hypnotic rhythms. Known for his seamless mixing skills and genre-defying sets, he has quickly risen to prominence in the electric music scene. From residencies to the main stages, his performances showcase an innate understanding of music and crowd dynamics, allowing him to create sets that are not just heard, but felt, transcending the typical dance experience. Okay, that was like a movie introduction right there. And we have been giggling and just having such a good time off camera, you guys. So you're in for a treat today. I am so happy to have you. I know you came from a long way, so thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I'm appreciative to be here, man. Your energy is, next level.
Thank you. Thank you. So tell us a little bit about you before we really dive in and go through these questions. Tell us a little bit about what you want the audience to know.
Well, my name is RHETLAW, and yes, that's my government. I'm just myself. I like to be myself wherever I'm at and just kind of utilize that vibe. My namesake means that which can't be tamed, and I like to use that as a metaphor for how I see music,
Yeah.
I like to experience and feel my music and be felt. And not to say my music is wild, I like it to flourish in a wild way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, besides that, I'm Native American. I'm an incredible producer, DJ. I went to an HBCU. Shout out to Johnson C. Smith University.
Let's go.
Where I studied music and I studied business, got dual degrees in both, graduated top of my class, and I've just been hitting the ground running ever since. And honestly, just exploring, experimenting with music to make something that I haven't heard, to feel something that I haven't felt, to make something that resonates with not only myself, but with my audience, with my peers, and just speak dynamically through my music, whether it's instrumental or that, I have a certain message. I want it to be felt and heard.
Yeah.
To me, music is not only a communication asset, it's time travel. I used to, when I was in college, I did this dissertation about how music affects human emotion, right, and how it affects the human body. And I realized that, time is a BPM. You know, it registers as like 120 BPMs. And when we listen to music faster than that or slower than that, we affect our heart rate, and it also affects our mood, and then it affects our emotions. And we ended up either, you know, aging ourselves faster or aging ourselves slower, or like creating levels of peace and harmony or discord in with ourselves. And I wanted to keep that mindset in everything that I do and just utilize that info to, I don't know, take my crowd to a different level, take the audience to a different space.
Absolutely. So with that being said, DJing is more than pressing buttons. I don't ever
let them know.
Okay, like you really have to take into account so much. And I'm so happy that you broke that down, because right now, in the age of TikTok and the age of the mashup, you know what I mean? Like, it seems so simple, but I think even that is a part of the mystery of DJing in itself, right? Like making everything seem so seamless.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like magic. You know?
Exactly.
To take something that somebody's heard before and to do something with it that they never thought of, that's magic.
Yeah.
You know, to make something new out of two things that already exist is magic. It's alchemy, right? And sonic alchemy is, because you can't see it, but you can feel it. You can feel vibrations. You know, stakes is high. We talk about vibrations, right? And vibrations shake the spirit. We 75% water, right?
Yes.
Right. So I did this study again. You know, when I was in college, like how you talk to your water, right? You can it changes the dynamics, the molecules in the water. If we're 75% water, and then we're putting positive energy into the vibration, you're going to change your chemistry. You're going to change the body chemistry, man. So it's really more so about intention and like execution about music and DJing. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's what's big about it.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I'm like, all right, be careful now. Be nice. Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice. Treat me well.
So take us back a little bit. What was the moment or a memory at the very beginning of your musical journey where you realized this is who I am, music is the path for me?
Oh, man. All right. So I guess you could call me a legacy DJ.
Yeah.
Right. So my grandfather, shout out to my grandfather. He was an amazing person, right? Mr. Mac. He owned a record store called Mac's Record Rack.
Nice.
Right. My grandmother sold wigs out the back. He sold records. Right. So
I love this family heirloom story already.
So we would go to Greensboro, North Carolina every summer when I was a child, and I would just be in the record shop with him, selling records with him, and he would just put me on such great music. He would be selling modern music like on cassette.
Yeah.
Like, and this is when CDs are popping. Or he would have like stuff on vinyl. Like, I will never forget seeing Outkast Love Below speaker box on cassette and somebody coming into the store asking for it on cassette. I was just like, that's weird. Like, you know, this is a music video, but like, you know, we use CDs in the car. Right. So, all right. So long story short, he introduced me to so much new music that, you know, God bless him, when he passed away, he handed down the vinyl collection that was left over from our record shop after we closed it to my mother, in which turn she gave it to me.
Wow, that's gold.
That's gold, right? So by the time I got the records, right, we were in the bootleg era of CDs. So
what a time.
Oh my God.
What a time.
When the CDJ actually played CDs, right? Oh my God. So shout out to my homie DJ Dons. You know, I was a young upstart. I was a young upstart in the community, and I was a lifeguard by trade because I grew up in Atlantic City. So lifeguarding was just a thing of just saving lives, you know. And he was like my OG and also a lifeguard, also a DJ. He was like, yo, I'm about to get these CDJs, and I need somebody to take my vinyl Technique 1200s off my hands. Like,
got you.
And a Gemini mixer. Oh, and I was just like, I'll take that. And he was like, yeah, but you got to work for it. And I was like, what's the work? He was like, I need you to take every one of these albums, pirate it, download it, bootleg it on CD for me, and give it to me. So he gave me something like, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 songs, right, that he had on vinyl as like singles. And he was like, give this to me on CD bootleg, and I'll give you all this vinyl in return. And that's the job. So
wow,
I did that for him and got the vinyl in return. And then I was DJing and I was playing with it. And then they had a sampler like on the Gemini mixer. It was like super old. It was like only like 10 seconds, sampling maybe. 10 seconds maybe. And I was just like figuring it out. Like I didn't have like a teacher. You know, God bless him. Like he did that and just started doing club stuff after that.
Yeah.
For me, I just was like, I just got to watch people like DJ and just figure it out on my own and just play with it. Like have fun with it. Have fun with the aesthetics of learning records backwards and forwards. You know what I mean? And from then on, I was like, nah, this music is hitting different. And then the iPod dropped. Oh. And then I was like,
the world stopped.
For real. The iPod dropped. And then I was like, nah, man, there's something with this music thing.
Yeah.
That, you know, and then I got kicked out of a few high schools and ended up in a charter school that was for performing arts.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned how to produce. And then it was like, oh, I can create my own music. I can create my own music. I don't have to wait for somebody to do something that I think that I want. And then when I started creating music, I was like, nah, this is it. You know, I was expressing things that I was healing myself through expressing things in production that I never knew I felt or were frustrated about or was angry about. And I was like, oh, nah, man, I can express myself and it doesn't have to be toxic, quote unquote, you know.
Correct.
Or self-destructive. And I was like, nah, this is it. This is the moment. That was the moment. It was like, it was way back. We're not going to put age.
I'm not going to date myself right now.
You know?
Now, you've evolved, though. It hasn't just been DJing for you. You're also a producer and musician.
Yeah.
So what do you feel shifted you creatively that made you want to start creating original music, not just curating it per se? Or do you think it was you were making it and then you decided, like, were you making your own music first and then DJing, or was it the opposite around?
It was kind of like a dual thing.
Okay.
Because like, in high school, you know, I was a music major in high school. Mm-hmm. Right. Crazy that my high school had a major in itself. So I would have 2 hours every single day just to devote to music. And that's when I picked up, you know, I was playing keys at a very young age of like 10 to 13.
Yeah.
I was playing piano and I was making compositions on the piano and doing those at a recital, and which was considered, I guess, very advanced at the time because I was like only 10 and I was like, fuck that. I don't want to play what you trying to tell me to play. I want to make something. You know what I mean? And then when I got to high school, I picked up the bass and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a bass player.
That's it.
I'm a bass player. You know, me being I'm a bass player.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when I got to college, I started playing like, you know, jazz. I started playing neo soul. I started playing gospel music on bass. And then when I graduated and came up here, I was like in the jam community DJing for musicians.
Gotcha.
Right. And then
which is always so much fun.
It is. It is top tier.
I love it when they feed off of whatever it is that I throw out at them. Yes. I'm like, how'd y'all do that so fast?
Yes.
Like,
don't let them pick up an instrument and start playing with you while you DJ.
Yes.
Oh my God. I remember when Stems just first dropped, I was having a blast like DJing at jam sessions. It was mad love.
I'm so happy that that's Stems.
Yes.
Close to my heart right there.
Very much so. So, I mean, to answer your question, it was like all I knew was sampling when I was younger, like through, you know, college. And then after college, I was like, when I started jamming with other musicians and we were like collaborating on stuff, I was like, nah, it feels a little bit better to create things from scratch and study music instead of sampling it.
Right.
Right. And then that just kind of evolved and grew into, you know, what I'm doing now.
Awesome. And so for each different area of your expertise, how do you prepare for them, right? So how do you prepare to do a DJ set versus creating a beat versus making a song? Like, how are you going about those things in a different way? Or maybe it's all similar.
Somewhat. Like, you know, even now I can say I'm like in a new era of my life, and I'll get to that later. But like, first and foremost, I think about what kind of energy do I want to leave with my audience, right, you know, wherever I'm going. You know, sometimes, you know, it's like a genre specific type gig. And then sometimes it's open format. You could play whatever. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's like, yeah, you need to stay in this area of, you know, these three genres. Right. So after I consider all of that, I'll say, okay, well, how can I make all of that my own and put in the messaging that I want to put in? So like, for instance, like I'm doing a house gig, right? Jersey club might come up for me because I'm from Jersey and that's something I grew up on. I'll be like, okay, how can I make Jersey club feel the soul that I wanted to feel. I'll mix Jersey Club with Maxwell, and then I'll mix the Maxwell with Frank Ocean, right? And then I'll put it all together and be like, I want to leave y'all with this message to see that, you know, these three things can be interconnected, right, and feel good at the same time. So it's, for me, it's like, all right, when I build a set, I think about the energy, and then messaging is second, and then, you know, what's the vibe, you know?
Right, ultimately.
Like what's the vibe? Like, some people just want to hear something that's relevant. Some people want to be blown away, and, you know, there's balance to that. There's function to that.
Yeah, absolutely. There, listen, we need the one of the people who are from Jersey in the back to be like, we need also a younger lady to come out of her chair, and then we need like a older woman to run from the bathroom and come straight to the dance floor. Like, that's the energy we need when we drop that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we need everybody to hear that,
because that feeds you. That feeds the DJ.
Okay.
Right.
And that's what we do here. Nah. If y'all are new to the program. So what artists or albums completely changed your ear coming up, or even now too? Like, after you heard them, your approach to music was different forever?
Oh my God.
I know that's a loaded question. I feel like that's a very hard question for a DJ. 100%.
Actually, you know what? I gotta say, it's not that hard for me now.
Okay.
Right. So if we want to talk about early RHETLAW, like the things that I could say defined RHETLAW.
Yeah.
Were every Nerd album.
Okay.
Right? Every NERD album.
Yes.
Right. Cause like it was so much in each NER. Love Bomb.
Yeah.
Today I listen to Love Bomb when I want to feel. Period. like you know, or like even from the again NERD. Right. Then we got to talk about when we get to electronic. What brought me into electronic was Daft Punk. Right. And I remember watching Interstellar 555 as a movie before I even knew who they were. Yeah. And I was like, I got to find out the soundtrack of this. And then that's what brought me into like house music. And then when we talk about like what melted my mind was Flying Lotus, like hearing Flying Lotus for the first time, hearing Roberta Flack by like Flying Lotus and that entire album that he had put out. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, he introduced me to polyrhythm, and I was just like, okay, right. And then when I think about like, you know, experimentation and just freedom, like Jay Dilla is always going to be like something that came up for me, where it was like, all right, I listened to his instrumental albums before I listened to anything Slum Village, or I listened to, you know, Fantastic Volume 1 or Volume 2. It was like him as a producer first, like, and I always catch myself like remaking or remixing or doing a mashup of like one of his songs or one of his beats on top of something else, and it just it goes crazy for me. Oh
my gosh. Yeah. It's so much music out there that I'm even thinking of right now. But what do you think are some of the biggest differences that you see when it comes to the music that spoke to you growing up, maybe as a child, to what you're listening to now?
What blew my mind as a child was like, I would say it was the beat, and then it was also the lyrics. So a lot of the lyrics was taking out some of that teen angst in me, that, you know, that frustration, or, you know, you were hitting puberty and you're liking girls and you just trying to figure things out, and you're trying to like vocalize those emotions and things like that. Or you trying to figure out, run game on the shorty, you trying to figure out what to say. You feel me? like that. Those were the things that were hitting me. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna try saying that. I'm gonna try doing this. I'm gonna try, you know, embodying this persona. Now for me, man, oh my God, it's just about straight instrumentation. Like, right, like for me now is I listen 90% jazz, 90% funk. Yeah. And then everything else after. Like right now, what I'm listening to, if I leave you with anything today, okay, right, listen to Steam Down. Okay. Steam Down's new album. Now for real, Steam Down's new album, it felt like church to me. Right, I'm listening to a lot of British like jazz, like South London like jazz.
Yeah, London got it right now.
Yusef Days. Yeah. Joe Armand Jones. You know, not as much FKJ now, but like, you know, some of his earlier stuff. Nubia Garcia. I'm listening to things that kind of just push the Yusef Kamal. I can't believe I forgot that. All of these are just like musicians, you know, that just
real music, like
yo.
in the studio, making it live. Like you can hear the different instruments. You know what I mean? Like it's not so mechanical.
Yeah. And then I'm studying like old greats. Like, D'Angelo, R.I.P. D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Right. I was studying voodoo. And when I say like what I'm on now is more so like less mashups and more covers, and instead that like I really want to know the notes being played. I want to play it myself. I want to like kind of experiment what was being played, and have my own version of it, just even if it's just for me.
Yeah.
But just kind of knowing that.
And it's I feel so bad because it's like listening to D'Angelo like as a kid and growing up, like I didn't appreciate it, and now that he's gone and I had to go back and listen to it, I fell in love with his music on a different level. And I just regret that feeling. Like I'm like, damn, I wish I would have appreciated it more when he was here. But
what's crazy is the album that hit me for D'Angelo was Black Messiah.
Okay.
And like hearing Really Really Love like for the first time, right? That was the album that hit me. And then because my sister was old enough to catch the voodoo craze. Yeah. Right. And she was in her teenage years when that was coming out. So of course she had the album and was like, Untitled. How does it feel? Right. And then I was be like, go ahead, man. I ain't listening to that, man. It's weak. It's soft. And now I'm listening to the album as an adult, right? For it to hit me. And I'm listening to Devil's Pie like, yo, Premier went crazy on this track. You hear this bass line on Devil's? I was like, oh, nah. Yeah. We can't say that enough. But even studying like cats like Roy Ayers, studying I was replaying Intimate Friends by Eddie Kendricks. I was playing a bunch of George Clinton stuff like One Nation Under a Groove and Knee Deep. Yo, shout out to the man who got me knee deep at VinylCon yesterday in Philly. I found that on 45 at VinylCon yesterday. It made my day.
So tell us about VinylCon.
Yo, okay. So
I've never been. This sounds like a vibe. I have to go. Yes.
Man, yo, you should do a live DJ podcast.
Oh, absolutely. So tell me everything.
Okay.
Tell me everything.
Yo, so VinylCon, if you didn't know, man, Philadelphia is an amazing community of just record collectors.
Yes.
Like, and just people who just support music. Like, they really put the money behind the movement. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, so VinylCon, shout out to Kobe, he put it together to bring record collectors and dealers from Philadelphia and beyond, like, to listen to great music. Yeah. Bring people together to dig for records together, bring communities, and it's like a cross community thing, man. It's sponsored by like Rhythm Cannabis, and it's got like so many different people, women in vinyl, of people who are like in the vinyl community, just speaking more power to music. Yeah. Right. And you're going to find something there. You're going to find so many different things there. Shout out to my man Sook. Sook Vinyl and Vintage, one of the only black-owned record stores in Philadelphia. He was out there. He had some crazy stuff from Miles Davis to Roy Ayers albums. He had like fresh sealed press Roy Ayers albums from the 70s that are only like a 5 limited run. There's only like 5 of these that exist ever. You know what I mean? Or like Sun Ra albums, or like shout out Bum Rush 45 from Virginia. He has the DJ edits printed on vinyl. Whoa. Modern day. So like, I see him and he gave like I copped a Spanish joint D'Angelo house version from him yesterday. No. On vinyl. Like, and like, so like it's a 2-day event. It's like maybe twice a year, maybe once a year. Yeah. And I highly recommend if you collect, go out there and support it because you're gonna meet huge fans of DJing. Yo, I got a free show. The radio station was out there giving free shows away to like local to the community. Yeah. Right. And I'm gonna catch like a Yam Yam show at Milk Boy like later this month just because I won it off of a raffle.
Come on. Yo, we out next year. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a vibe.
It is. Yo, one of the DJs played this record. I was peeping this record. This one particular record. Mm-hmm. It was a reggae version of Summer Madness. Right, like a reggae dub version of Summer Madness, right? And it's on Bandcamp, and I was trying to buy it and whatnot. Yeah. But the vinyl, because of this whole tariff situation and taxes and whatnot, they were charging like $250 to get it from Europe over here. This man pulled it out the box, played it. Everybody turned around and was like, "Yo, is that a reggae version of Summer Madness going on right now?" And it's like those moments, like those like unforgettable moments where people recognize great musicianship that's innovative and explorative. And it's like, damn, like, how'd you get that? Tell me the story behind that. Like, how did you collect that? Because I want to know, like, who's the connect that went from France to America?
No, for real though. Like,
yeah.
Nah, I don't know, y'all. We might need to we're gonna contact them. We need to be there next year because that sounds like so much fun.
Mad fun.
Oh my gosh, that might change my life, you guys. I don't know. I've been saying, so I definitely want to do more vinyl DJing.
Yeah,
I definitely want to do it. And you know what? I want to connect you with Maker Park Radio, which is a radio station right down the street from here. They do vinyl records fairs like twice a year, right, Kenny? I think they do it. Yeah, I think like twice a year they do it, and it's a really good time. So definitely a big shout out to Christian and Tom over at Maker Park Radio. We love you guys.
Let's go. I'd love to meet him.
Dude, you know who else you would really love? You'd like Designer Dreams. Designer Dreams.
That's the homie, man.
Are you serious?
That's the bro. Yo, man, he is the mayor, bro. Designer Dreams is the mayor. Like, for real, man. Yeah, man. I'm resident DJ at Donut Lounge, and he's came through and like laced that place so many times.
Nice.
Played so many incredible sets.
Yeah, that's the bro. He was I think he was the guest for our finale for season 1. Okay. But he's a great friend of Feed the DJ and of Hub 17. So very small world.
He's getting in his DJ bag.
Yes, he is.
Shout out to him. Listen, I see him with the disco joints, man. Shout out. Yeah.
So you're from Jersey,
yes,
right?
Originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Gotcha. So tell us some of your favorite places that you've been able to DJ or host out there in Jersey that you want people to know about.
Oh, okay. All right. So Atlantic City has like such an aura and a vibe that's so distinct, right? I'm happy to say that we are finally getting independent music venues there that are supporting the local community in ways like we've never had previously, right? So if you're ever in Atlantic City, the 2 or 3 venues that you really need to check out, hands down, number 1 is going to be Anchor Rock Club. Anchor Rock Club is the home of independent music out in Atlantic City currently, and they're holding it down for electronic music, like for real. When I tell you like how you saying y'all building the raves out here, I'm building raves at that space with the homie with the Weekday Underground team. Shout out Weekday Underground, large collective of incredible DJs just holding down electronic music and AC. And when I tell you we turn up in there, man, yo, we hold festivals in there. We hold like yeah. Shout if you go to Keto Fest. Go to Keto Fest. Yo, they're actually doing a Dub Roots event at Anchor Rock Club like later this month, right? And it's getting more notoriety. Like more people are putting that venue as a tour stop because it's like a 2-level venue. They got like 3 or 4 bars in the venue. And it's super dope, super tight, man. Next, an institution in Atlantic City is going to be Kelsey and Kim's. Oh, Kelsey and Kim's is one of the very few Black-owned restaurants.
Adding that to my list.
Yep, very few. It's one of the only Black-owned soul food restaurants in Atlantic City. And shout out to Hitmaker. Shout out, Hit Nation. He runs like a brunch event out of there, and he turns it up. He does his thing. Yeah, he does his thing, man. And I want to say what's the third venue? I guess the third venue for real would probably be like Cardinal or Orange Loop, like the independent spaces in Atlantic City are like very few and far between, but they're very impactful, RIP Union Hall. Union Hall was like this space that one day it would be a record store. Then the next day it would be a gallery. Then the day after that, it would be a workshop on collages.
Oh, I like a flexible space.
You know what I mean? Dope. Like, and then it recently closed down, but like that was the space for like the last like 3 years. Yeah. Like we were holding production workshops out of that space for a little bit,
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about this off camera before, but we were talking about the vibe of Philly and the nightlife down there. So tell us a little bit about that. So are you in Philly now?
Yes. Okay, I live West Philadelphia.
Cool.
And
how long have you been there? I saw where you were going with that.
I had every time somebody says West Philly and Philly, it's like immediately, ding. The Fresh Prince song is just All right, yeah. What's crazy is they have murals of Will like almost everywhere in West
Really?
Philly. Yeah.
Oh.
Like you would look to your right and be like, is that Will Smith?
Yeah.
And yeah.
It is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And, I mean, shout out to that. Because the culture is strong in Philly, man.
Yeah.
Like Philly, I have to say, is a very soulful town. It's very like soul driven, like intent driven, you know, like people really support and curate according to that. You know, R&B is heavy out there. Funk is heavy out there. Shout out to Snack Time for, you know, holding down the funk. Incredible funk band out there. You know, punk is very strong in Philly. Soulful house on the electronic side is crazy and king.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like soulful house to me is like top tier, you know, and then you got like collectives that move around that, you know, shout out Spice Wave Events, shout out Great Circles. You know, they have like amazing record shops, right? And then they have a lot of like, I put it this way, like I went to the library, like I just love going to the library, right? I went to the library in Philly,
Yeah.
and they have a vinyl section dedicated to Philadelphia artists.
Wow.
First and foremost, like there's more vinyl from Philadelphia people like lately than any other vinyl that they have.
Wow.
And to me, that just kind of speaks to like how much, you know, they put money behind the movement and just really support their own. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Philly's a great town, you know? And then like they really center around spaces that are really impactful upon the community. Like my homie Sook, yo, like it's a DJ hub low key.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of DJs just come through there to understand where the community is at. When you talk about where the community is located and how you get in touch with those spaces, they're going to be at these parties. They're going to be at these record stores. They're going to be at these park like installation type parties that people just come out to, like almost the equivalent of what a soul summit would be, and like, you know, Brooklyn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I love it. I love seeing like just the community support and the groundswell. And you know, I walked out my door and walked 5 blocks to the left, and then there was like a rave happening and then a soulful house outside, and they built like a giant installation.
Yeah.
And that was done by the homie Spice Wave doing just something crazy.
Yeah.
A pop-up just because, you know, free for the people playing good music. And you'll see stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm convinced we're going on the road again. Come on, y'all.
Do it. They actually have like private spaces if you want to like set up like a pop-up feed the DJ spot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ideas. We're gonna listen. It's almost time to start writing down our goals for next year, you guys. So big thing is coming. And so you sound so well connected. And, you know, for somebody who's listening, who is finally ready to take that step outside of bedroom DJing and wants to just be tapped in, like, what is some advice you have for them as far as just putting yourself out there and kind of being at these events and meeting these folks and making sure they're doing follow-ups and things like that? Like, what would you say?
Well, first thing is first, know your why. Know why you're doing this. Know the intention that you want. People always be like, oh man, this is my life's purpose. And, you know, they don't understand the why behind their life's purpose. You put the purpose into the life. That's how you make a difference, right? So know your why first. And once you know your why, that'll guide you in alignment to like who you want to work with, what niche that you want to be a part of, what's in alignment, what's a force and what's a finesse. You know what I mean? And knowing that right there will 9 times out of 10 center you around the people that you should be connecting with that are also going to embrace you.
Yeah.
Right. Like I can't stress that enough. If you're out here not knowing your why, you're going to meet 1,000 people and then 9,900 of them might forget you because like they don't even know your why. Yeah. They don't know why you want to be a part of their community.
But do you think that your why can change?
I think the why can change. I think the intent doesn't though.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you could be like, you might want to be a DJ. Why? Because I want to get out and I want to meet people, right? And what's the intent of that? The intent is connecting people, connecting myself to other people, being like-minded, bringing myself out of my shell, right? For me, that was a large part of it, was getting myself from introvert to kind of sort of extrovert.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even now, it's like, if I don't got to leave my house, I ain't leaving.
Right. No, 100%. I'm definitely getting into that mood, y'all. This week is Halloween weekend. You know how many freaking events there have been this weekend? I'm like, Damn, I fear I'm turning into a homebody. I fear that I kind of want to get home before a certain time and be in the bed.
Shout out to my homies in bed before 10. They have a party called in bed before 10.
Come on. Like, exactly. He's tapped in, y'all. He's tapped in.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm transitioning to day party DJ.
Yes, yo, soft
we need
clubbing.
We need more day parties.
We need more day parties,
Yeah.
and also like we need to start celebrating that culture of you don't necessarily have to be blackout drunk to have a great time.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Yo, like for real, I'm like maybe 8 years sober now.
Yeah.
Like I don't even be drinking when I get to the club. I be giving my drink tickets away and just be like, yo.
We need to go to the club with this guy.
Yeah.
We need to go to the club with him.
I promise you either shake some ass or shake off them worries. I promise you.
That was a word. Take us to church. Now, I just want to take a moment to appreciate your website.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a one-stop shop, everything that anyone ever needs to know.
Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah.
So I really want to know, when did you create your website?
Oh man.
And how has marketing, online marketing, or whether it be I see the hat.
Oh yeah.
I see the promo. So how has that impacted your DJ career and just bookings and the overall mood of networking? Because sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, you want my Instagram, and then it's like by the time you go grab your phone, that now their attention span is on something else. Like here's the link. Send it. Boom.
Nah. So all right.
know?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna shout out Mona Lisa Kinney on Instagram. She designed the website. She's the person that was like, nah, you really need to double down like on this and having a space that outside of social media that people can go to. And when I tell you, like, she's really becoming like a champion of marketing in my life, and like someone that I really lean on for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't speak enough about that. She's an amazing person. Go touch base with her to build the website. I promise you will never be let down. Like, for real. That being said, I saw something that kind of speaks to what you're talking about, where it was like before career was seen as a ladder. Like you just go here and now you're going up and up and up and up. Right now, like career is a portfolio. Like it can include so many different things, and now that's your career, because there's not necessarily one person who just does one thing anymore.
Yeah.
You have to wear many hats, right? And because career is a portfolio, a website is now the apex of the portfolio.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now that right now,
crazy.
right? So if you have a website, you have a portfolio. Like clean. I don't care what anybody says. Instagram might be insight into your life. A portfolio is a resume on what you can provide people with.
Yeah.
Right. So that was how we wanted to treat the website. And even now we're updating it to make it even better and better. It's a constant thing. You know, websites grow like children. You know, they get
no facts.
Like for real. They get in infancy, and now it's like, okay, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
Like what do we want the intent of the website to be? What are we trying to accomplish? How do we want to make it a gateway into all these other services and whatnot? And that's a constant discussion that we have. Now, for me, like, okay, I'll put it this way. I started getting more gigs in alignment with who I was or who I am once I had a website. Like after I got this website, I worked with Rhythm Cannabis, and then, hosted a Roots concert at Brooklyn Bowl, Philadelphia. That was crazy.
Light work.
Yeah. Like, I got booked for more festivals.
That's
right?
sick.
North the Shore Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got booked for, there's more festivals, like for real. And then, it also provides an outlet. You like, cause for everything that Instagram is, it's not focused on you.
Yeah.
It's like maybe, I don't know, like it's a drive-by of your life. It's not home. It's not a movie of your life. And so if you want something that is focused on you, that you want to tune into the RHETLAW show, you go to vibesbylaw.com. Do it.
It's in the description below.
It's in the description below, right? And you just tune in and you pick what episode you want to see. You pick what chapter of my life you want to get into. And that's what it is.
Bring MySpace back.
Yo, actually, no, I'm not going to. No. Because, once I heard what happened to Tom after MySpace, I was like, you know what? Let's leave MySpace where it's at.
Yeah, actually, you're done.
Nah, yo, you did you hear what happened to Tom?
No.
Tom sold MySpace for like a couple $100 million and was like, I'm gonna take my camera and just go around the world and just take pictures. Like I don't have a top 8. I'm good. I'm good.
I don't need y'all.
You can have the website. I want the world.
Right. Hello. That's a pretty good exchange. I'll take it.
Really? Man, listen, if I could ever sell a website for a couple $100 million, just the only DJ sets y'all coming to are the ones that I'm throwing and
right.
Yeah, at the Vegas Dome thing.
Right. Okay. And you can't. Everything you need to see is right here.
Word.
You can see it from a plane. You don't even have to come.
Word.
You good.
Word, man.
And now you electrify the dance floor with soulful melodies and hypnotic rhythms. Now, when I hear that, you guys, I get interested in the different events and crowds that you've needed to cater to.
Oh, yeah.
So what have been some of the most memorable events you've accomplished?
Oh, man.
Or ones that are like total, like the most super random. Like what is the most random event I've ever done? So many.
It was somebody's quinceañera, wasn't it?
Yo, well, actually, it was the most random was like a wedding. It was a Chinese Puerto Rican wedding.
Chinese Puerto Rican. That's like
that was a lot of fun.
That sounds like a restaurant
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx. Okay. Of course, it's in the Bronx. Yeah. It's just in the Bronx.
But that was a really good one. But no, I'm trying to think. Oh
man.
This random big shout out to Naz Radiance and Jeans Gallo. They were also on the show in season 2. They invited me. I'm a baby jam skater. If you guys don't know, I'm a baby jam skater. I do a little dance.
You be on 8 wheels?
Yeah. So they invited me to like this random loft party that was inside. It was like a loft office space, but they push all the desks and stuff to the sides of the walls, and it's all hardwood floors, and it was like a skate party. It was just like super random, and they were just like, we want you to come by and do a set. We don't have money, but we'll pay you in pizza. I'm like, oh, I'll be there.
Let's go.
And it was so much fun. And funny enough, that gig happened while I was still coming up with the idea of Feed the DJ. And I think that was the event where I posted like me with a pizza and it's like Feed the DJ. It was just, yeah.
Okay.
But
okay, backstory.
You know?
Superhero backstory. Let's go.
I feel like that's the beautiful thing about DJing too. Like,
yeah.
You just never know where you're going to end up and the great time that you're going to end up putting together for people.
Word, it's a journey.
You know?
Like, it's as much of a journey and an adventure as like anything else, as any other traveling job, I would say.
I think vinyl too. Vinyl is just a different mood as well.
Yeah. It's warmer.
Exactly.
It's like everything about it is warmer and more like, I guess, in tune. Yeah. Like, so I mean, well, to answer your question, the craziest events or the most random events I've been at will always be 420 events.
Oh yeah,
420 events. I remember. I will never forget this. I will never forget this 420 event I did like pre-pandemic. Yeah, because it was an era, and I was at this venue, and this dude comes on stage with like 2 ounces and just throws it randomly like you would throw money at the crowd. He just throws like everything. I know they love that shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm behind him as the DJ, and I'm like, yo, give me an eighth. Like, what is you doing? I'm playing your music, and he's throwing everything at the audience. He threw like, I don't know. He said he had 100 pre-rolls just to throw, and it got utterly ridiculous that day. And then it was all for clout because he was like videotaping the whole thing. And I was just like, nah, this is wild. And I mean, even on that point, man, the last 420 I did, shout out Rock Mill Fitness. If you don't know, Rock Mill Fitness in Harlem, great people, right? 420 event. And they had like a drum circle accompany me. Like, right, yeah. So I'm in the thing DJing, and then there's like a drum circle situation happening like to my right.
And they're going along with what you're playing? Yes,
they're going along. And this is not pre-planned. This was not pre-planned. Right. They were supposed to like just play for themselves, and then that's it. And then they were like, "Yeah, man, I hope you don't mind. They're just going to jam along with you." And I was like, "All right." I mean, but it was crazy because I was playing like heavy reggae, and I was playing like heavy Afrobeat, Fela Kuti, like all of this stuff, and they were just falling in tune with it. Then I started playing like I played a Sauce Up Liberian girl mashup, and they were just like, nah, they was like, keep this vibe. And then it went up. It went up. It went up. But like, yeah, man. One of the most notable events I guess ever done was like DJing. I gotta say it's gotta be the Roots concert that I hosted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That was pretty tight. Cause I did like a 4-hour like house type music, soulful house music set next door at the outdoor part of the festival. And then I went inside and hosted, and then that was like super crazy. And yeah, being in front of like 15,000 people, like it'll do something to you. It'll do something to you. And then yeah.
Definitely long-lasting memories. What?
Yeah.
You guys, you do not want to miss any of these gems. So make sure that you guys go into his website below or follow him on social media. Please stay in tune with RHETLAW. Now, before you go on to do your live DJ set for us, or live beat set, or just live set in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got some goodies here.
Yeah.
That we would love for you to try today.
Oh.
If you don't mind.
Oh.
Now I know you're more of a, what you like sweet potato?
Yes.
Yeah, these are pumpkin.
I love the yams.
Are you willing?
I will try because they're a sponsor. Because they're a sponsor.
All right.
You know. And plus
Maddie
you said
came and hand delivered it to us herself.
Yo.
You know.
Yeah,
so
man.
And while we do this, I would love for you to let us know some life lessons that you've learned through music that you feel like anybody could learn from, whether they're a DJ or a producer or a musician.
Okay, life lesson number 1. You know, don't ever be scared to be experimental. Don't ever be scared to niche down.
Yeah.
Right? When in doubt, breathe it out. When in doubt, breathe it out. You're only on the spot if you believe you're on the spot. Until then, it's all a part of the show.
Right. And guess what? Your set's probably only 2 hours anyway. Like,
oh my God.
Hopefully.
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 You know what? Here's a memory. First festival I ever did.
Okay.
It was an 8-hour set in Virginia for an R&B festival.
Let me say, those are the gigs that will build character for sure.
Yeah.
But damn.
Nah, for real. For real. Marathon status.
Yeah.
The marathon continues. That's another thing, man. Don't judge yourself. Because like we always DJ and we do things and be like, damn, this could have gone better, that could have gone better, or I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Every single judgment that you think people are making, you're inventing yourself, right?
Very true.
And if, last but not least, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, for real. I always take this acumen with me wherever I go. Before humans invented time, time was literally the amount of breaths you take, right? If you take deep breaths slower, you'll live longer. And the longer you live, the calmer you approach life, and the more clear-headedness that you'll, give towards your craft.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, gems. I'm having so much fun in this episode. I don't know if y'all can tell. We're just jamming in here. We're vibing right now.
Not for real.
And I think the best way to top it off is with a yummy cookie.
Let's go.
So cheers.
Cheers. You was right. This is a muffin.
Yeah, right? It's not a cookie.
I smell hints of cinnamon. Cinnamon is my jam. Cinnamon is the thing. You know what these would go well with? Hot chocolate with cinnamon. Hot chocolate.
Let's go. Let's try it. Maddie, you did it again.
Orgasmic.
Yeah.
I feel hints of salt.
Me too. She always does that. She always like a little sprinkle of the sea salt.
Yep.
And you taste it after you finish chewing.
This is light on the sugar too.
Exactly.
I can tell this was made with health in mind.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Love Maddie. Woman-owned business right here in Staten Island.
Let's go.
Her husband is a DJ who was on the show.
Let's go.
So she's always at the events giving out cookies. So I'm like,
let's go.
Never got to worry about a cookie in my life.
Oh my
Thank
God.
God.
This joint is moist.
Yeah. Yes. And you get to take those home today.
Stop lying.
Swear.
Stop lying.
That's what we do here. I'm going to take one, though. I'm going to take one before you go.
Are you?
I'm going to take one for the road.
Oh, my God. Nah, this joint is, yeah. We might have a problem. These might not make it back to the crib.
Right?
I got an hour and a half drive.
Right.
This might be lunch right here, man.
Well, I'm so happy that you came today.
Yeah.
All the way to little Staten Island, I
feel it.
But you guys, I just also want to say this episode came to life by a DM.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So do not ever overthink it. Like he just said, if you're interested in something, reach out to the people that are behind that camera, that are behind that content, and you can be in those places just like we are right now. So make sure you follow Feed the DJ podcast, and please let them know where they can follow you on social media.
Yo, I'm myself everywhere I got. I'm myself everywhere I'm at. Like the name on my hat, RHETLAW. Social media, Instagram, all of that. Follow me. And more importantly, come out and see me in person. I promise you, I'm better in real life.
Outside.
I'm outside. I'm here with Girl on the Rocks.
Yes, sir.
Feed the
So
DJ.
you guys, we have this live set happening right now, so don't go anywhere. We are going through season 4 with a vengeance, okay?
You an Avenger?
Yo, nah, because I had took a little break, okay? Your girl had to get... There's DJ life and then there's regular life. Y'all know that, right? Like,
that is a fact.
Like,
that is a fact.
They are definitely, there's definitely a line. But yeah, so we're going through these episodes really well, and you guys got a bunch of content right now. So go and enjoy this episode and all of our previous episodes from season 4. And like we do every episode, I don't bite, I just DJ. It's your favorite Girl on the Rocks, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you later.